Hey guys, this is Count OF here with a new episode of MOCTalks. Sorry if this display is not the best. It's my attempt at a new thing. I might mess with it if this ends up looking really bad. But as you might have seen from the title, probably definitely seen from the title, Gallitor won. It was actually an even 5-5, so I did a coin toss, and unfortunately for the people who voted for Makuta, Gallitor ended up winning. So here we go. We're going to talk about Gallitor. So Gallitor is a mock. This mock is actually pretty much the exact same design from a friend of mine. His name is Ced. My history with Ced started all the way back on mock pages years ago when I knew him as the guy who had a Force Unleashed 2 thumbnail. And since then we became pretty good friends, and he made a Gallitor Report. He got a YouTube channel. He started making some cool stuff. And he's never been the most ambitious creator in terms of all his, all the stuff he's done for making Bionicle videos, but he's always ended up making really nice looking stuff. So I got to give him props for that. He's had a pretty good sense of, what am I trying to say? Working simplicity, I guess, in that you can kind of tell that that everything he's doing you could fairly easily replicate, but he has an art to it that makes it better than most. It's not like he's just flinging toys around and making it silly. But yeah, and also I think he's had some pretty good, fairly successful attempts at humor and all that. So yeah, gushing about my friend. Anyway, other than that, he also, what exactly inspired Gallitor Report? Well, I liked Gallitor Report when he started it at the beginning. And after a while, it went away. And I liked it a lot, so I kind of wanted to bring it back in sort of a fun new way, because he'd always promised me a cameo in the original, but we never quite got it worked out at the time, because towards the end there, when we actually had some ideas, initially, we had an idea for Callan to be a weatherman in Gallitor Report. This was the original. But the problem with that is that weatherman, you'd have to like green screen stuff. You actually have to do work to make like a funny weather visual jokes. And that's not incredibly easy with toys. You know, you basically have to have some basic 3D editing knowledge from graphic design to make like a, your standard weather report, all the weather, the clouds and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of rambling a bit. Anyway, so yeah, that was an idea for me cameoing on the original, but after a while of it not happening, I wanted to get it started again. And since he'd had Kasi as a reporter, I thought it would be kind of a fun staple to have the three of us as the three main showrunners. Gallitor is the host, Kasi as the live reporter, and me as sort of the camera handler and editor of the episodes. And I was a terrible editor. There are like 2 episodes where I accidentally let voices, voice files, play at the wrong points, and it's really awkward and embarrassing, and I'm really sorry about that. If I cared enough about those videos, I'd probably go back and fix it and repost them, but you know what? Let the past be the past. And I don't think it was it was distracting, but it wasn't too distracting. I don't think it ruined the whole video, especially considering they got longer and longer as they went. The reason I stopped making them, this was probably had the most kind of odd ending of all my shows. Callan and Davix, I just stopped, basically. The Bioshorts had a finale. But this was going to transfer back to his channel because he really wanted to start doing it again, and he had some ideas for like doing it on his own channel again. And I was kind of happy because I was starting to get burned out. The episodes kept getting longer. Episode 5 was like 11 minutes long, and yeah, it was pretty. And so basically, I gave it back to him, and but unfortunately, he had troubles again getting things really going, and his Gallitor Report episodes never got made. I did see some early footage for some things, but yeah, they never actually happened. So I've done little things with him on the side. He was on a Callan interviews that I did briefly. The main reason I stopped Cal interviews, by the way, is the fact that I was doing a lot of animation for videos that were very basic in nature, and yeah, it was really kind of a lot of time wasted on time spent to make these videos look good, and then not a lot of people as interested in them. I mean, granted, I only made like 2, and that's my fault. I should have. I've considered bringing it back in more live action form on Cal and LF2. So I don't know if that sounds cool to you. Great, whatever. Comment about that too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The main difference between this Gallitor mock physically to his are some of the little things I've done with the back and the orange stripes. I don't know, I just thought they'd make like a kind of a cool visual thing. He hasn't always had them, of course. If you watch the Gallitor Report episodes, he does not have them. That was a more recent addition. I also temporarily had a purple variant where he had purple pieces, and he looks cool like that too, but the orange is pretty classic. But yeah, I just like to say in terms of the character, it's just fun having that kind of angry, getting to sort of make our own version of J. Jonah Jameson, you know, that angry boss, except kind of like Ultimate Spider-Man, that kids cartoon, where you see him on the TV screen. He actually has a show that he's running, and he's yelling at people as the show's running, and I just thought that had a kind of a funny air to it, where the host of the show is getting angry at all of his dummy followers on air. And yeah, we had some fun making up stories and doing stuff. I almost feel bad that we didn't really get it, because we both said, and I always kind of wanted it to be like a news show and a comedy show, and that we did do news, and we had a couple actual news related things in terms of the Bionicle community, but not much. But you know what? You might see him again very soon. So I'm going to end it on that note. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please request more mocks, and who knows, maybe I'll get to this guy next time. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.